Well, hello to you. Welcome to this beautiful day in Parry Sound, Ontario. We stopped here. I already started my day because we spent the night at the rest area. I did my pre-trip there and I just got going. I wanted to walk you along as I did my pre-trip, but it's a little wet out there. So I quickly just did my pre-trip. I didn't want to get my camera and everything, either my Castle, my action camera, or my phone. I didn't want to get them all drenched. So drove, I don't know, maybe a mile uh, to this place. This is the petrol gas station, and there's a Tim Hortons and a Bar Burrito, which just opened up, but I had already stopped at Tim Hortons. I got me my coffee, my black coffee. I got myself a double stacked Farmer's wrap, and I got myself a Fruit Explosion muffin. Getting in here was really tricky. I should have gone in through the drive-through entrance. I know I can squeeze through there. I've done it many times. But during the day, like, you just don't want to risk it with another car around. So I came in through the back entrance, which is usually the way we come in. But there's so many vehicles and trucks here, I couldn't just go around and swing and park. No. And then I got stuck in here awkwardly. So I backed all the way up, pulled up to the exit. Well, sorry, I backed all the way up and I managed to find a spot where I could pull through, come around, but no, not in a parking spot. Pulled up and just backed in here. Now I'm going to get going so I'm out of other people's way. I like stopping here, but this is one of the places that unless I get here at night and like I'm spending the night, during the day, I just like to stop, get my coffee and whatnot and get moving. It's very busy, especially this time of year. We got a lot of campers. They got signs up inside telling people to be aware of turtles crossing the roads, that it's turtle mating season between May and July, or from May through July. I didn't know that. I have come across them on the highway a couple of times, but it's not very often. All right, back to what I was saying. These kind of roads straight right here, these ones, yeah, I could see them trying to cross this little road. But the divided highway, oh, come on. But the divided highway, yeah, I don't see it. So as you can see, lots of truck drivers stop here. This spot to the left, that's normally where I would go in. But there is such busy car traffic. It's a tight squeeze going around the building and to the left. Yeah, CB's still not working. Well, it's not the CB. The speaker up here is not working. I've been told it's on order. Apparently there's a back order for these CB radio speakers and nobody can get them. Despite the fact that I know of several people who've gotten new speakers put in their truck, but mine, nope. No, sir. So I haven't had a working speaker or a working CB in 2 months, 3 months. A lot of people go, well, drivers don't use the CB much anymore. I do. I would have called out to that guy last night, letting him know that his front, I thought it was his brake that was smoking, but it looks like it's his engine. We have customers that use the CB radio. Came across another truck whose chains had come loose. I would have called out to him. Nope, I can call out. But if they ask me to repeat what I said, because I can't get a radio check. I can't check my frequency and make sure that everybody can hear me properly. Because when they respond, I can't hear them. It comes out just all garbled. But it's on order. It might get here before the truck is taken off the fleet because its lease is up. Who knows? By the time that speaker gets into this truck, we might all be living on Mars. Hailing Elon Musk, the king. Now, one thing I will point out, this kind of weather, I actually love this weather. I love driving in the rain. I just find it relaxing, soothing. Oh, to sleep in a tent when it's raining and you can hear the water pitter-pattering against the tent. Love it. Even if it's storming and it's just lashing at the tent and it's loud, I just laugh. Now, it is kind of hard to play a game of Monopoly during that kind of a storm in a tent. And you got to keep your eyes open because certain little girls will start cheating because they figure they got all this noise to cover their movements. But my favorite, inside a house that has a tin roof. Now again, when it's really coming down and it's storming and hail and all that, loud. But for something like this, I just find it soothing, relaxing. So let's just enjoy it together. So just stopped here in, well, some call it Blind River. It's Mississauga First Nations here. Stopped here at the Broken Canoe. And, well, sorry, Broken Canoe Trading Post. Because they got Mississauga Fry Company here. And so I got myself an order of deep fried mushrooms because, you know, I'm diabetic. I need my mushrooms are close to a vegetable, right? Deep fried doesn't matter. And a Putin. This is their small. You should see their large. Their large is good for a family. Seriously. It's a big, huge box. I ordered it one time. And their large is like $12.50, I think, or something like that. So these are very good prices. That small was like 8 something, if I remember correctly. It was $9 for the battered mushrooms, I believe. So anyways, I'm going to enjoy my lunch and then we'll get going. But yeah, this is a lovely place. The people here are very friendly. The sad thing is there's no washroom available. Broken Canoe, you used to be able to use the washroom in there, and they're 24 hours. So this was a nice place to come and park. But some drivers have ruined it by flushing stuff in the toilet that they shouldn't, or by using, you know, a quarter roll of toilet paper and trying to flush that down. This is not the city. Okay? They don't have the same plumbing system. They have a septic system here. And so they were constantly having to get repairs done because the septic system was getting plugged up because of drivers. They now no longer offer public washroom. Alright, we're gonna get going. Just gotta be careful with this Volvo next to us. I don't want to be taking off his hood. In fact, I think I'm gonna cut through up here. Alright. So yeah, I was going to be quick here, but as I started getting closer to the Sioux, I don't know, I just started feeling gross, like sweaty and sticky, and there are times where in order to make a delivery, like especially with some of the frozen meat loads or that we haul, we can't be late with those. Like, we gotta try to be on time. It's fine if we're late because of customs or something, but even then, we get held up. We need to push. So we may not get to stop for a shower until after. However, I still got to deal with the customers. So we can buy in the truck stops, we can buy these shower wipes. And they're like baby wipes, really, right? But they're good enough to, clean the pits and whatnot, so you're not stinking up the receiving office. But that's not a shower. But that is trucking. Push, push, push. Drive, drive, drive. But there comes a point where you're like, I'm going to stop and have a shower. Just going to do it. So does it inconvenience the driver that's supposed to take this load to Alberta? Yeah. Sorry, buddy. Am I too concerned about it? No, because he's going to understand. I had put my PTA for this morning. I wanted to spend the night in Milton so I could have a shower. But they decided that to get this load going. Okay, fine. I wasn't going to deny it, but hey, I'm still going to have my shower. In hindsight, I probably should have just grabbed my shower at the yard. Because here, I had to wait about 20 minutes, 20, 30 minutes before a shower was available. At the yard, I should have had my shower there. It would have been already available. There's never been a lineup for that shower. There's reason for that, but we won't get into it. So, I'm hoping we have enough time to get up to Nippigan. We'll get there, it'll be like midnight. But if we can get there, that'd be great. But it's possible we might just make it to Terrace Bay. Or maybe not even. See, last time I came through here a couple of weeks ago, and I got held up. Why? Well, you're looking at it. All this construction. So there's 3 or 4 points where they're going to have flagmen out because it's down to single lane traffic. And you stop and sit there, and it ain't for no minute or two. You're sitting there for sometimes 5 minutes or so, because it's not just waiting for the other traffic to come by. But if they got to move equipment around, it's for that too, right? And we weren't just waiting for equipment or them, or just waiting for the equipment, but huge, long lines of traffic because it's a long stretch of construction. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying it holds us up. That changes everything for us out for planning. But I'm definitely not complaining. Hey, you're fixing these roads. Thank you. I know a lot of people want these divided. I do too. It would be nice. All divided. All. Will it solve the problems? No. No. It won't. Trucks are still going to go off the road because they're driving in weather that they are not at a skill level to handle, or maybe nobody should be on that road. And then the road's going to be shut down. Do you really think that they're going to have because it's going to be, if it's divided, then there's a big ditch, right? So you think they're just going to open up the other side for us? How are they getting us over there? It's not going to change a lot. It would be nice. It'll be a much more comfortable ride. But as for safety, it's not going to change a lot. I know a lot of drivers who keep saying that's what they want. They want these roads divided, and they don't think it's safe until it is. They don't understand. This is the Canadian Shield. It took decades for them to get Highway 17 and Highway 11 to where it was sustainable. This road used to crumble every year or two, pretty much into gravel, because this is the Canadian Shield. This is a solid rock beneath us. It does shift with the frost heaves. And since it is solid, anything up against it is broken. Ask anybody who's built a house out here. I think a lot of the houses out here, they have cellars, but I don't think they have, depending on where they're built, where they're sitting. But if they're on the actual shield, right on that rock, I don't think they have an actual basement. You know, like what we have in my home city of Winnipeg. I don't know. Maybe they do. But this rock went, like, frost heaves will move everything. And the Canadian Shield's no different. But the Canadian Shield will break anything that is on it. I have seen sections up here in some of the ridges. You'll see where it looks like, 10 trees have all toppled over. They don't look dead. They don't look like they died. So why'd they topple over? Because the frost heave caused movement that loosened up the ground for the roots. So all it really took was a little bit of a wind, and down it goes. We now have the technology, yes, we could do it now. But just because we can do it doesn't mean it's cheap. So it's going to take a long time to get this all divided. You want these roads to be safe? That comes down to the drivers. Drivers need to be trained. Companies need to be held accountable for when they know that the drivers are not being safe. And I don't mean just, you're dinging their safety rating, which can affect their customers. No, and a little fines, some fines. No, I'm talking accountable. You want to keep putting drivers out that can't even do a pre-trip? All right. Maybe you're not allowed to insure over a certain number of trucks anymore for a period of time. That would be a hell of a punishment. That would get the companies smartened right up, you know. Because there are drivers out there that they couldn't do a brake inspection. Now, mind you, some of them are old school drivers. They didn't ever had to do brake stroke inspections or anything like that. They kind of got grandfather claused in. So, yeah. But those gentlemen, I would say you give training, give them some time, but give them good training. Everything will be fine. I'm talking about some of these guys who've been out of the driving school for only a year or two, and they've already forgotten how to do these inspections. They're on this road with me and you. Oh! I'm awake! I am awake. Hi, Canadian Shield. Chicken coop is closed. Nobody home. Just because it's closed doesn't mean there isn't somebody sitting in there. So, what do you think? I didn't shave. I just used my electric razor. Mainly because I forgot that I didn't have shaving cream in my shaving kit. The irony, I know. But my shaving cream was up here in the cupboard. Right there. At least I think it's up there somewhere. I just felt that after 6 months of growing it, it was just getting longer. It wasn't really getting any fuller on the sides. So I said to hell with it. I was fine looking gruffy for a little while to try to achieve, you know, the long beard that I wanted. But, you know, I wasn't seeing enough results to make it worthwhile. I got to appear in front of the customers, you know, so I got to look good. Okay, no, I don't. I've seen there's some drivers out there that look rougher than I did.
Yeah, we rolling up, hitting that jukebox, ready to kick it back with the country top. Got the steel guitar, you can feel it in the air. Ain't no doubt we're gonna rock it right there. She walks through the door, heels clicking like fire, with a look in her eye that can take you higher, leaning on the bar. Whiskey neat. She said if you want a good time, follow my lead. Got that old school soul with a modern twist, talking about Patsy Allen and a little bit of grit. She's a small town queen with a big city spot, but when that country beat hits, she owns the dark. Crank it up, play that steel guitar, hank it up, let's rock this bar. Pour another shot, we'll just get started. If you're looking for fun, we ain't half-hearted. Yeah, let's play some country, you know it's true. We're living loud, kicking back in the country groove. at me like, was this a repeat? Said I came here for boots, not bling. Crank up the band, let them country strings sing. She don't need the neon lights or the fancy bar. She's all about that dirt road under the stars. Sipping Jack with a smile that can light up the night. Throwing back that whiskey till the morning light. Crank it up, play that steel guitar. Hank it up, let's rock this bar. Pour another shot, we'll just get started. If you're looking for fun, we ain't half-hearted. Yellow play some country, you know it's true. We're living loud, kicking back in the country groove. Let's roll down the highway, tailgate party. We don't need no plan, just a good old time. We'll turn it up, no we don't need a reason. Every night's like summer, no matter the season. Crank it up, play the steel guitar. Hank it up, let's rock this bar. Pour another shot, we're just getting started. If you're looking for fun, we ain't half-hearted. Yell and play some country, you know it's true. We're living loud, kicking back in the country groove. Yeah, we'll be back again, hitting that floor when the lights get low, when they close the door. Still yelling, play some country, that's our style. Crank it up, country rockin', staying wild.